Hey Josh, just checking out your punchy animation here. So this one's a little bit challenging based on looking on your reference. Because this is slow motion, that it's hard to know timing wise what to do with this. I wonder if we can change the playback speed so it's way faster. Let's find out. Playback speed increase plus. 4 times faster. Yeah, so this is 4x speed, and then that's how many frames, 30 FPS. So even at 4x, so the slow-mo is probably 8x. So this is a tricky sort of animation to use as reference. But there's some stuff happening that I think we can observe and apply to our work. Look at that stuff. Look at that wiggle and the muscles. That's crazy. It's a pretty cool reference for sure. So we obviously don't have skin and muscles and all that. So we kind of fake it usually with animation. It's just kind of add some wobble and do stuff. Look at that compression on that glove when it smashes the thing. That's so cool. And he closes his eyes. You can see the guy that's getting punched. He can't help it. He's like, "There's a fist coming towards me," and it's almost hitting his face. Okay. So how do we make this cooler? I would either go. The thing that I would do next if I was working on this, one of the things is I would either do a pass on the fingers. So excuse the nighttime, but if I've blocked fists before, because so as soon as an incoming fist comes in and hits bare hand, you'll get it. Just your hand just naturally will just based on organics. It really just it'll grab it. It always just surrounds it. So you can do that with your animation, or you can just model a pad. Either way, it's fine. I take a stab at that. And then his hand is way down below on the arm because of the pad. So since he's not using a pad, you either want to give him a pad or kind of put this arm up here because it'll read a lot better as a block. Also, you probably want to spread the hand out. So if I'm going to block somebody, I'm going to go like this. I mean, this is a lot less effective than this. So I'm like, boom, so I can catch whatever is coming in. I can stop it. So just by the very, you get a lot better results if you just spread that hand out. These two bones, if you haven't figured this out, in the hand, I can move these bones around because there's there's actual bones in your hand. The middle one is pretty solid. I more or less keep that attached to the hand, and the rest of them you can move around. This bone, usually you don't get controls for typically on rigs, but nowadays usually you get these two bones, whatever they're called. I should probably look it up, be a professional one day. But that really helps a lot with spread on hands to make it feel better. So that's a much stronger, I'm going to block this guy. And then depending on where your camera is, so Oh, we got a camera. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Oh, you don't have a camera. I would place the camera so you have a consistent camera angle to block. You could like, you're probably fine with this angle. But I might like pull the finger back just to kind of pose it to the camera a little bit so we can kind of, it reads better. The hand reads better as like, I'm going to block you with my hand. But also a barehanded block, you'd probably go more like, I think you really probably should just give him pads so it makes more sense. Because just from research, I think like people barehanded block, sometimes they'll go like this, or they'll be up, or they'll be like this or something. There's like actual technique to like barehand blocking, but in this case, this guy's just a straight up using a pad to take the impact during training of a punch. So you might want to just give the guy a pad. These are just all the things that is going through my head when I'm reviewing this. You know, and then it's kind of up to you to decide what you want to sort of listen to, because everybody will react to animations differently. But those are the sort of the things you're going to want to try and figure out. There's a lot of cool stuff happening on the hips. So the hips are twisting. They're not really, they're translating forward a bit, but mostly it's a twist. The twist is mostly finished before the punch. So you'll see, it looks like the hip kind of it does continue to, it really stops actually. That's interesting. Right before the punch, that hip stops twisting. That's cool. I like it. And then look at this angle. I mean, which one's better? What do you think? So match that stuff. So, you know, you'd start more this way and get the hands and the head matching it, you know, and then when you hit on the punch, right before the punch, you'd have the hips almost like this, you know, so you'd see the back and stuff, and time that out. That will make your animation look way better. And then check out some cool stuff that's going on. If you watch like both hands, they both kind of move backwards because they're both like anticipating the punch a little bit. So like the hips are moving forward and we're building pressure into the shoulders and upper body. This is like the main reason I wanted people to do this assignment. So I think there's a lot to get out of this. Anyway, so yeah, he's moving forward. I'm not sure mechanically why his head lifts, but it is lifting, so there's some movement. He's almost like swallowing, or he's like doing something, preparing, like his neck is flexing or something. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, definitely the shoulders moving forward. So we got like mostly hip move, the arms move backwards, and then right in here, the hip's still moving, but the shoulder sort of engages, and the upper arm moves up, and then we got what's interesting is he like lifts everything lifts up. That way, right before the punch, it's straight. You know, it's not like lifting up the whole time. So it's almost like by the time you're here, everything's up already. Everything's up and lined up with the shoulders, the back. Everything's ready to just explode forward. You know, and just get that last extra bit of energy. And then with punching, like everything's accelerating until you want, you know, you probably looked into martial arts and stuff a little already, but you sort of punch past the target, so everything's accelerating, 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 and then it doesn't decelerate until it hits the thing that's stopping it from moving. So you want the fist to sort of be moving its fastest speed right in here. Then your anim, it kind of slows down right as it hits the thing. Um, so that's all stuff to work on. In this reference, the guy getting punched, he's like making a, oh shit, this is gonna hurt face. And look how ripped this guy is. When you compare the two dudes, one guy's way bigger. And he's doing like, oh fuck, don't, this is gonna hurt, this is gonna hurt. And then he closes his eyes as the punch is coming in, and he pushes, even his hands are like pushing forward to catch the punch. And you can see he's bracing himself, like see the hip twist and the back. He's getting ready. You can even see his neck flex, just like the puncher. They're both like just bracing themselves, like getting ready for the incoming force. It's all happening like so quickly. So anyway, it's really exciting stuff. I like the reference you're using. It's worthwhile working this anim for some more, making it cooler. All right, I'll see you later, dude. Bye.